What's up, guys? Matt here, coming at you with another quick video. This one 100% running on the FMS FCX24. I put this video together because, I've had a lot of haters harping on me about this truck and saying it's junk and asking why I'm pushing this truck. Why are you pushing this truck? Are you being paid? Blah, blah, blah. And honestly, it's not me pushing this truck. I'm just having a lot of fun with it. And every time I go out, this ends up being the truck that I'm having the most fun with. This one or my red one. There's some clips with it in here also, but I was trying out the new rear links on this truck, so I was kind of driving it a little more. But keep in mind, this truck has a set of $20 links in the rear end and some wheels and tires. And it was pulling some awesome lines that my SCX24 that I had with me wouldn't touch. Now, while I was driving this, I was wishing I had brought my silver Injora bodied SCX24 with me to run on these lines as well, because it's built almost the exact same as this, same length, width, and tires. So we're definitely going to revisit some of these spots and bring that truck with us as well. But this truck is just, it's so much fun, and the 2-speed unlocks so many possibilities. There are some lines that I hit and was able to make because of that 2-speed that there's no way the SCX24s would make, and that's just being honest. So you guys check it out, and there's a clip later where everybody's saying this thing's junk, and I did have an issue with my portal gear, but honestly, after going back and watching clips of videos, I feel like that was somewhat my fault. The BBs in my mud pit, at one point they were binding really bad on the stock wheels. So if you're running the stock wheels and tires on this truck, be careful going in like the fake mud pits with the BBs, because they do like to wedge in between the stock wheels and the portal gear cover, and then that locks your wheel up, and then you're just going to chew a gear. So I was able to fix my red truck. I can post a fix video on that. It's running good, and it pulls some lines in here with the fix, and I had no issues. So maybe we'll go over that later, but I just wanted to show some of the things this truck's doing because I was really impressed with it. This line here, when I get up on the top rock, like, there was no chance of making that without the high gear. The SX24 just wouldn't bounce over it, and this wouldn't either in low. But once I switch it into high right here, you'll see I bounce over this no problem. Boom, we're up it. So I'm just having fun with this truck. That's all it is to it. I mean, and if you don't believe me, just sit back and watch, because I'm going to be posting a lot of videos on this truck, because it's my favorite to drive, to be honest with you. And it is what it is. This thing is pretty tough. Like, I think it's tougher than a lot of people give it credit for, and even I was giving it credit for in the beginning. But there's a clip later where I put this thing in a bind, and I was just trying to break it. Like, I thought, I'm either going to get out of this or I'm going to break it. And people will say whatever they want, but that's kind of what I'm here to do. I mean, if I'm not like really testing it, then there's no point in me being here. So I was giving it all it wanted. I was switching it in high while it's in the bind and trying to give it, the beans and bring it out. But you'll see, this thing's pretty tough. So, it is what it is. You guys let me know what you think, and I'll chime in a bit later. Enjoy. I had to get that on video. You never know what's going to show up down here. So this little V-gap right here is a spot we hit with the 10 scale trucks. That's a lot of fun. And so I decided to hit a little lower section with this truck. And you'll see I put it in a heck of a bind here. I lost the line right there. It just kind of fell down in the hole. And I thought, I'm just going to see what this thing's made of. See if I can get out or break something. And I got to give it credit. Like, it held up. And you can see here the servo never stopped turning these tires, even in this nasty bind. There's no way my stock FCX24 servo would even think about turning stock tires in this situation, let alone these, larger tires. And you'll see in a minute, I shifted in high, like trying to cram on it and get out of there. All kinds of tough binds right here. And this thing survived, no issues. And later, I made this line like I set out to do. So I think this thing may be a little tougher than I was giving it credit for, and a lot of people was giving it credit for. And so once we get some metal gears for this thing, like, it's going to be basically unstoppable. So the other thing that's always brought up with this truck is it's huge. It's an 18th scale. That's why it's so much better. But my Gladiator out of the box was longer than this truck. The Gladiator stock is like 153 millimeters or something. This is 138. Basically the same width. Nobody's fussing about the Gladiator, saying it's 18th scale. Now, the body on this and the 1.3 wheels and tires make it seem really big, but it's not anything like out of the ordinary, in my opinion. It's basically what we do with a lot of our SCX24s. We stretch them, we widen them, all that stuff to make them more capable. So basically, this truck out of the box for $160 is what we make a lot of our SCX24s into, with $100 worth of upgrades or more. The motor in this thing is perfect. The servo's perfect. Like, I'm not even worried about changing any of that stuff in this truck because it don't need it. There's people saying, oh, we could put this motor in it and we could do this, and what if we put this in there? Like, it's really good like it is. And that's the best thing about it. Like, straight out of the box, it's awesome. And I don't care who puts their name on it. The money from these things is all going to some rich guy somewhere. So, like, it don't matter. I don't give a flying flip whose name's on it. If it moves the hobby forward and the 24 scale game forward, then I'm about it, And the design of this thing is just better. I have yet to have a wheel nut come loose on this truck. You can tighten your wheel nuts basically as tight as you want and not have an issue on this truck. Even though I've changed wheels and tires, I've widened it, I've did all kinds of stuff to these trucks, and not once has a wheel nut tried to come loose. That's saying something, because it happens all the time on the SCX24. It's the newer thing. Of course it's better. It's a lot newer than the SCX24. They basically took the SCX24 and they improved on the design, in my opinion. But if Axial hadn't made the SCX24, we wouldn't be here to start with. I'm not trying to diss them. I absolutely love that truck. I've built my channel around that truck, basically. But they're going to have to step up their game now. And to me, we all win because of that. So I don't really care who makes this truck. The fact that it's better is a good thing. Like, why would we want to go backwards? So, I look for a very much improved SCX24 with some freaking awesome options, cool looking bodies. You guys know, like I know, I run 10th scale a lot, and Axial, that's where it's at. Okay, I mean, to start any build, G-Speed, G-Shot, any of those kind of builds, corrupt carbon, blah, 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 you go on, whatever. You start with an Axial because that's where it's at. You know, Element's kind of working their way in there a little bit in the 10th scale, but Axial, they do their thing. They know what they're doing. So they're going to come out with something better, and I'm all for it. I mean, why wouldn't we be? So saying this truck is really good is not trying to hate on Axial. It's a newer truck. Of course things progress and move forward. So anyways, that's my rant. That's why I love this truck. They all break. I'm not saying it's not going to break. They all break, especially these 24s. Like, I can run my 10 scale and I can beat the crap out of it and not break anything 4, 5, 10 times out with it. These FCX24s, I almost break one every time I go out. They're just little. They have small parts. Things are going to break. So, know this truck's not bulletproof. You can see I got some time out with the red truck. It's running good again. Just having a blast with this truck. I have another one on the way I'm going to give away to you guys. So definitely make sure you're subscribed and click the bell so you get notified. Hopefully it shows up this week. I have another one, 2 more on the way from me. That's how much I like them that I bought. I bought the special edition one you guys seen. It looks like Optimus Prime or whatever. And I have another red one on the way, because I want to do some builds with these trucks, and I'm going to tear them apart and do all kinds of stuff just to do it. But for me, this is like almost my new platform. I just absolutely love this truck, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. Not trying to push it. I don't care what you buy, honestly, but it's a lot of fun. That's all I'm going to say. So definitely stay tuned. I have an FCX24 I'm going to give away as well. So share with your friends, share the channel, share this video, share whatever, but get the word out there. The more people we get into this hobby, the better. So I like to try to give back when I can. So we got a couple big giveaways coming, and hopefully just some more, you know, smaller things here and there, and we'll keep rolling, guys. I really appreciate everybody hitting that 10K. It means so much to me, and we're just going to keep it rolling. So you guys let me know what you want to see. I appreciate everybody watching. Check out the backflip. This thing's awesome. Peace.